This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, well, good morning. It looks like this is an elite meet this morning. We've kept out all the riffraff, and we just have our top agents on the call. So, welcome, Trung and Star and Robin. Good to have you here. I'm sure we'll be joined by some others, but I do want to honor your time and always start on time. Trung, you're the brave one this morning. You've turned on your camera. That means you've had your shower, brushed your teeth and hair, and ready to go. So congratulations on a Friday morning. All right. Well, let's just see how everybody's doing. How has your week been? And I don't care if you want to share some personal news, but certainly tell us what's happening, good, bad, and otherwise in your real estate business. Trung, since your mic is on, why don't you lead us off?
Yeah, so we put in an offer a couple days ago for $1.2 million property. The seller say I'm a little concerned, but the seller say they're gonna sign it and send it back to us. He told me yesterday he's gonna get it to me last night, but as of this morning, I still have not received an executed contract. So I'm really concerned. I wonder if they entertaining other offers. So that's what I've been working on.
Okay, you're offered 1.2. What was the list price?
1.5.
Okay. And do you have reason to believe that 1.2 is a reasonable offer?
I think we kind of go low.
Okay.
You
Okay.
see, but from what I'm getting from the seller agent, he said that yeah, send it over. Well, at least at first we offer 1.1. So he counter 1.3. So
Okay.
we came back and we say 1.2. So he say, okay, revise the contract and I will have my seller sign it. So we
Okay.
did. We submitted 2 days ago and still not hear back from him. So I'm concerned in if they entertaining other, buyers.
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, hang in there.
Hey,
Um,
so should I press and see? I don't want them to know that we desperate, but should I keep
no, I
or
would definitely follow up. And you don't have to do it from a sense of desperation. You could say, hey, we're trying to get the inspection scheduled, but we don't want to confirm any appointments until we know we have an executed contract. When can we expect that? So that
okay,
way, that really diffuses the whole sense of desperation.
okay, cool.
Okay. All right, Velvet, welcome. Good to have you here. Belinda's so excited. She's joined us twice. That is amazing. Uh, Velvet, again, you got your camera on. Tell us what's going on in your business this week.
Well, we've kind of hit a slow point and we're just taking a deep breath and enjoying it. Um, it does feel like sellers and buyers are far apart for the clients that we do have. So we also have a $1.5 million beautiful home in Benders, and we've received four offers. The highest one being 1.375, and it's just sellers are not willing to go that low. We have another one where the buyer is offered 198. It's listed at 215. The sellers have countered at 210, and we're just kind of at a stalemate there. So in our business, as far as transaction goes, it just seems like we're having to work a little bit harder to get deals.
I think
Well,
I have my highest listing inventory ever right now, and I'm taking two more listings today, maybe three. Um, and it's not that I'm just getting tons of listings; it's that the ones that I have aren't selling.
mm,
it's it's very very difficult right now. I've got a seller. They're overpriced. They came in high. I begged them to lower. They took a modest reduction, not my recommended reduction. And when I called them this week to talk about why it's just sitting there stale, when it's a beautiful home, very attractive neighborhood, it's got all the right stuff. It should have sold if it weren't overpriced. They said, we are not lowering the price one penny. If somebody wants to make an offer, they can start the negotiations with an offer, but we are not budging. And they even said, even though the home is vacant, that they may just push it, they may take it off the market and come back on in the spring. That's how stubborn they're
We
being.
had one of those as well.
Yep.
I would say too, another on that note, I have two sellers that just can't afford to go any lower.
Yes. Yes. That
And
that
one
is
had to
tough.
pull off the market just to
Yep.
wait, and the other one we haven't gone to the market because we just don't know what to do.
Yeah. We got another one. I got a price reduction on this week from 436 to 425, but they said 425 is what we paid for it 2 years ago, and we are not taking a penny less. And again, they've moved out; it's vacant, but they say they won't take any less. So I'm hoping I can sell it for list price now. It's weird times. All right, Robin, you've usually got something to say. You want to weigh in here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Um, yeah, I have a listing. I think I talked to you about it, and it's getting ready to expire. We're going to go ahead and take it off the market for a week, extend the listing for a little bit, but I have two other listings, and both of them I think are thinking about taking it off the market. So I'm
That's a
just,
theme.
it's very
Yep.
difficult times for sure.
Very
So,
difficult with
yeah.
not a lot of relief in sight. Having said that, we got a quarter point reduction on rates this week. 30-year notes are now below 6%. That was a threshold that I didn't know we would ever get to. So there has been significant movement there, but the timing is terrible. Um, just in terms of the uncertainty in the market, I don't know that we're going to get much of a bump for it. So hopefully they'll continue to adjust rates, and we finally get to mid-January, we'll be able to do something with it. So we got you, Robin. We're in the same boat with you. Mr.
Frank,
Ockerbeck, how are you doing this morning?
Guten Morgen, wie geht's?
Guten Morgen.
That's all the German I know.
Bob and I have been
Doing well.
spending some time together. He came to my Bible study on Wednesday night. We had lunch together yesterday, and here we are on video on Friday morning. So I'm
I've been
so
praying
blessed.
for I've been praying for osmosis, to go from a region of higher concentration, Frank, to a region of lower concentration, get that flow, get that connection. So I should be doing mega sales shortly here. But no, it's been a real blessing to be with Frank and his group.
All right. Well, thank you, Bob. All right. We've got Belinda and Star. Either one of y'all want to jump in here and tell us what's going on in your business this week?
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good
I
morning.
have a new listing in Acres Home for um, around 250. We've been getting a lot of activity. I noticed that buyers they're looking for homes that are turnkey ready. So things like the floor is not being done. It was a lot of dust on the floors, and we got some feedback. The price was right. It's more desirable, but the house needs to be cleaned up. So it's been on the market 4 days. I'm hosting my first open house there this weekend, and I have a listing in Freeway Oaks. A house just was sold in that neighborhood, and it was 2.5 acres with a two-car attached garage, and we're priced, around the same price. That's the home with the chicken coop on it. And then I have a lease listing in Rose Sharon. We had got an application, but they decided to pick another home that was closer to their job, even though they left the neighborhood. And I have another listing that's under contract already that closed on October the 1st in Acres Home as well. And
Okay. Oh, there's
yeah,
more.
it. Nope, that's all.
Okay. All right, Star. You always have a full docket of listings and activities. So thank you for sharing that. In the from the unreasonable seller desk, I have one I doubt anybody can match. I put a listing on the market last week It's down in the Champion Forest area. It's tenant occupied. They're not allowing showings except during the option period. Meaning somebody has to buy this home before they can actually see it. Okay. I put it on the market last week, and the seller told me yesterday, Frank, we're hoping to have this closed by October 1st.
Did they say what year? They told, sure, we get it closed by October 1st.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I mean, and a sweet person, but just absolutely clueless about how this business works. And you can sell investor homes like this, but it's difficult. There's typically a long timeline. You have to offer a super low option fee because that's what basically they've got to pay in order to see the home, and they don't get that money back. Um, but to say that she wants to close in 2 weeks when we haven't even been able to allow a showing is just nuts. What I did, I got her to talk to the tenant, and they've agreed to allow me one day, September 27th, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I can permit showings. So we'll see. Get a showing on the 27th, close by the 1st. That's my marching orders. All right. Belinda, did you want to jump in here on any of this stuff?
I do. I have a listing in Sealy, Texas that I'm doing an open house on Sunday. I hope it goes well.
Sealy.
And then I left some business cards in a couple of businesses over the weekend. So I've been getting phone calls this week saying they picked up my cards.
Wow. Wow. What kind of businesses? Because I don't normally see much response to that.
I mean, I do beauty shops. I did a wash material. I did barbershops. Wherever they say yes, I can leave my cards. I will leave them.
Okay. Well, good for you. You just never know. You plant enough seeds, some of them are going to sprout.
Right.
Yeah. So good for you. All right. Anybody else want to jump in on anything going on in your business right now? Nope.
Frank, I
Okay.
wanted to
Yeah.
say that we talked to a lender yesterday, and this was a girl on our team talked to the lender and for herself, and the lender told her, honestly, the best deal right now on refinancing and mortgages is through a bank like Chase. They have 10-year arms for 5%. She said, I would love to take your business, but if I'm being honest, that is the best deal for people right now. So I was kind of curious with your, background in mortgages, why can the banks give that product, but um, a lender or broker can't?
Yeah, and I'm pondering that for a moment here. I'm not sure that a broker can't, and I'm actually meeting with Tom at 10:15. We're meeting with one of my clients who wants me to write 2 offers today for him on 2 different homes. He wants to purchase both of them, and we're meeting with a buyer to make sure he's qualified to do this and get pre-approvals. And I will ask about that. It's not out of the realm of possibility if conventional rates on 30-year fixed are at 5 7/8 to get 5% on a 10-year arm. That doesn't sound like it's too far off. So we'll see. That would actually be a very good product for my client because he doesn't expect to keep both of these notes very long. He wants to pay them off short term. So that would be a pretty good deal if the rates aren't too bad. Okay, let me tell you the story I promised you. I met with a friend of mine yesterday, and he was telling me about his wife, and that she's seeing a psychiatrist. And this was not Bob, by the way. Jane will be stable when the rest of us are gone. No, it's another friend. I have other friends too. So and he told me she's doing really well. She's doing much better because she took the doctor's advice. And here's what he told her. There was a pattern in her life that she really crashed when she was isolated. And he said, you need to get out and be among people. You need to be going to group meetings, Bible studies, worship services. You need to be hanging out with your neighbors. You need to be playing mahjong. You just need to be surrounded with people. And so, and her husband had recognized that was true, and they're elderly. So they literally went down to an assisted living facility, I won't say which one, and put down a deposit so that they have a social membership. They still live in their own independent home outside the 55 plus assisted living facility, but now they have the right to go in and eat there and play checkers and attend the meetings, and they're volunteering at one of the Bible studies, and it's transformed her. She's up, she's happy, she's joyful. And it occurred to me when he said that what is good for our mental health is also very good for our real estate business. We live in a world where people have become accustomed to living in houses. And to the extent that we can interact with lots of people, we are going to discover lots of housing needs. It really is that simple. Sometimes I say it this way: we're in the business of talking to people about real estate. To the extent we talk to more people, we're going to do more business. Well, we just go upstream from there just a little bit. We have to be among people. We have to be out and about. One of my core beliefs I've talked about now for I can't even know how many years is every day we need to be opening the door to new relationships. So don't just get comfortable with your old set of friends. They like living in houses, but there's far more people that you haven't met yet who also like to live in houses, and you need to get to know them too. This was brought to my mind starkly in the conversation yesterday because of the new business that's been stirred up for me this week. 2 new listings, 2 offers, and then likely a 3rd new listing that I'll be taking today. All of that has come about because either my wife or I have been out and about in social situations. One of these deals was just a Sunday school breakfast 2 weeks ago. And I wasn't even there, but my wife sat down with a couple and they started talking about, yeah, we want to move. And my wife said, oh, that's interesting. My husband's a realtor, and that's going to turn into 4 immediate transactions, 2 listings, 2 offers today. And this was less than 2 weeks ago we met these people. And they've got a neighbor who needs to move, 2 neighbors who need to move, and a sister who needs to sell a home over on the east side and move into my neighborhood. So even they were telling me, Frank, you're going to get 7 transactions out of this. They're super excited about the ability to give me all this business. And it just started because, in this case, my wife was at breakfast, mixing and mingling with people who've grown accustomed to living in houses. So get out there is my best advice to you today. If your business is languishing, start thinking about, where can I form new relationships? Where can I mix and mingle with people? And let's talk about that for a minute. If you need, let me just say this. I've said this for many, many years. If you took me, put a parachute on my back, flew over the country, dropped me somewhere randomly, anywhere in the country, and I had to make a living in real estate, what would I do? Being dropped into unfamiliar territory, a city I've never lived in before, don't know, no local sphere of influence, what am I going to do? I would immediately start joining every organization I could. I'd join the Lions Club and the Kiwanis Club and the fitness center and the Chamber of Commerce. I'd join a church. I'd get involved in there. I'd be on the serve teams, and I'd start teaching or attending Bible studies. I would just every single day, I would be involved with a different group of people somewhere, so that by the end of a couple weeks, I would have well over 100 people in my database that I could begin direct marketing to for real estate services, but just to stay engaged with primarily, just to show up at the meetings and talk about real estate as it comes up naturally. And I'm quite confident that in a short amount of time, I'd be able to pay my bills and put food on the table. Mixing and mingling with people at a higher level is going to raise your business to a higher level, getting to know more people. Okay, so there we go. Let's talk about that for a minute. You can share your opinion on that thought, or tell us where you mix and mingle with other people, or opportunities that you see that you haven't taken advantage of yet to do that.
I see an opportunity with football practice, all the moms and me being out there. My son just started football practice.
Are you a football mom? Is that what you said?
Yes, I'm a football mom now.
Okay, that's excellent, because you already have a very a tight point of bonding. You know, parents of children doing something together is very strong. So that's excellent. Football moms. What else? Did I give you all the answers? Lions Club, Kiwanis, Chamber of Commerce, Church, Fitness Club, Velvet?
Well, an area that I see that's open and needed that I haven't stepped through the door is new construction in our area, because typically the salespeople are driving from like Katy or somewhere crazy to come up to Montgomery,
Yes.
and they don't know like the rival football games, and they don't know the tricks of the town. Um, so I've noticed in the past, if I can give them those things and help them promote them, then
Yeah.
they look like they are the
Local.
experts for selling homes.
Yeah.
And I would love to put a brochure together for them of just things in Montgomery, special things about the lake. And it would be so easy to do and have my information on it that would help them sell these houses. I just haven't taken the time to do it.
No, that is an excellent idea, because you're giving to them, you're serving them, and they will feel a psychological need to reciprocate, to give back to you in turn. It's part of human nature. That's excellent. I've got a husband and wife team who live across the street from me who are new home salespeople for different builders. And you are exactly right. They work for the same builder. They'll work in one neighborhood, close it out, and then be assigned to another, close it out, go to another. So they could work from League City to Katy to Willis to Pearland. They just go wherever the opportunity is. So if you can be their local guru, that will serve them to a high level. You could even offer to say, you know what? If somebody needs to see a home on your day off, or it's before or after you've left work and you're halfway home and they call and they really got to get in and see that spec home, or they want to walk through the model, you could offer, let me be your go-to. I'm local. I can be there in 10 minutes. Get me a master key or show me how I can get access when needed, and I'll be happy to serve you in that way. Okay, great idea, Velvet. Who else is looking at an unexploited mix and mingle service opportunity? Where can you meet more people?
Good morning.
Liberty, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I have a little bit of something happening with my voice, but um, I moved into this new neighborhood out here. Most of the people who are living here, well, everyone is new to the neighborhood because it's a new development, but a lot of them are coming from out of town, out of the area, out of the state. This particular neighborhood, I'm out in Jubilee and Hockley. There's not a lot out here. But I'm going to shout out Kevin. I don't see him here this morning, but I went to an in-person morning visit with you guys one day as a class, and Kevin made a comment about being uncomfortable and going up and speaking. So he made me go talk to everybody.
Yes.
And in that, I still don't love it, right? But it's true, and I have been going to all the events that they have here since I signed the contract a year and a half ago, and making myself talk to people, even though I'm really a shy person. And that has been helpful because I go to all the events and now I see more familiar faces. And as the neighborhood grows and changes, I'm seeing more and more new faces, but I've grown more comfortable talking to people.
Yes.
And I also, in doing that, I feel like I'm helping them also be comfortable to talk to people and coming back to the events because now they know a face. I did some pop bys to my section of the neighborhood um, back in July before our pool opened. And I had several people respond to me with that and take their I put in them beach balls, little beach balls in the Popeyes, and they had them at the pool. You know, it was just things like that. And then I had one of my neighbors who I'm actually friends with now saying that she's like, no offense, I'm not going to hire a realtor just because they put a, bag of goodies on my front porch.
Right.
And I just laughed it away, and I got a call. There was a book event. I went to that and I saw one of my neighbors and she said, hey, I wanted to tell you thank you for the goodie bag. I really appreciate it. The next day, she messaged me because I also created a Facebook page for my neighborhood. There's several, but I have one. And she contacted me through there and said they're selling their house. They haven't even been here a year and they're selling their house.
Yes.
At 10 o'clock, I'm supposed to be down the street to have my second. They already have all the listing documents. We're ready to go. But uh, they have questions, all the things. So my point is, number one, thank you to all of you for showing up to the meetings because that has helped me and I have grown from them a little bit everywhere. Number two, don't let the naysayer neighbor friend tell you what works and what doesn't work. I'm not saying it was a pop by, but definitely showing up at the events. And then being able to, like Velvet mentioned, is pass out information, which I don't have a lot of yet, but they all want to know where's the lawn guy, where's the cleaning people, where's
That's right.
all the things. And I've made it my mission now to find all the people that I can here. And if y'all have any information that can help me with that, I would appreciate it.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. So thank you. The first time I farmed a neighborhood, it was like yours, Liberty. It was a new neighborhood. And I started sending my postcards every month. And one of my neighbors on the same street, a few houses down, just reamed me out for filling his mailbox with my postcards every month, one postcard a month. Okay. He was just so upset. And I remember the comment he said to me, I am never leaving this home. So you just keep your postcards to yourself. Within a year, he had sold and moved. And I don't even know the circumstances because we weren't friends. I don't know if it could have been a family crisis. It could
It
have
was
been
your junk
obviously
mail, Frank. It was your junk mail.
it was my junk mail drove him out. Yeah, but even in new neighborhoods, people move and they don't always plan to move. This family that you're going to see at 10 probably didn't expect to be moving this quickly, but stuff happens. And so you have to be in front of them. And even the one who said, I'm not going to call a realtor because they throw a goodie bag on my door or whatever, there is a certain percentage of residents who don't know a realtor. And I know that's shocking to us because most of them know 10 or 12, but some of them don't. And if you can position yourself as the local neighborhood expert, there's a certain percentage who will be reaching out to you. When I said possibly 3 new listings today, this third one is a guy who called me from my neighborhood about 4 days ago. And we've been touching base every day trying to figure out a time to get together. But his initial message said to me was, we're ready to sell our house. So I'm hoping we're going to be able to connect today, and we'll get that listing. So people move. They like houses, but they leave them. So, all right. Anybody else? Where are you going to find more people, Velvet?
Well, I think one in your example, just nurturing the people that you do know,
Yes.
because they all know people.
Yes. Yes.
And so if you're nurturing them, then they're likely to refer you then to their group, which is how my whole business is built, off of just
Yes.
nurturing the tight group of people that I know.
Yeah, so it is both and. You're going to get your biggest bang for your buck by intensively building relationships with your raving fan base, which is going to be less than 50 people. It might be less than 25 people if they're actively referring you business. But the challenge is identifying who that core is. And in order to get that core, you're going to have to interact with a lot of people, get to know a lot of people, expose your value to a lot of people. And then some of them are going to use you. And those who do typically become raving fans, or they maybe not use you because they don't have a need, but they become close friends with you otherwise and become a raving fan referral source. So you kind of got to have a big funnel. But you're right. As you narrow down who these raving fans are, they're the ones that you pour the bulk of your time and energy into. All right. Y'all want to talk about the contingency addendum? The agent who called me is actually not on the call. Are you doing contingency addendums? Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, I thought I was going to be writing 2 of them today before my buyer decided he's just going to borrow the money. Since his 2 homes that he's selling are not technically on the market yet. It'll be a couple more days, and he doesn't want to wait to get them under contract and get through the option period and then be able to submit a contingency addendum. So he's just going to borrow the money and buy them right now. And all I can say to that is hallelujah. So, all right. So let's just put aside the subject for the day and just say, are there any other issues that you want to put on the table? Any challenges you're facing that you'd like to get some input from the group?
If anybody wants to host an open house in Freeway Oaks, 1.5 acres, let me
Tell
know.
us where Freeway Oaks is, Star.
So it's right off of 1314 Porter Conroe exit. Boom, you'll be in Kingwood, Woodlands, Humble. It's right by the new Valley Ranch Town Center they just built.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. So 1314 Lake Conroe area.
Yes, it's Porter, Texas. The address is 20281 North Hillcrest. I'll put the HAR link in the chat.
Okay. So Porter is going east from the Woodlands. And if you go out to 1314 that direction, you want to stop at Mac Daddy's. Mac Daddy's Guns and Cigars. It's a throwback little joint, but I like to stop in and look around when I'm there. Interesting place. All right. I also, I'm going to throw this out here, have a number of listings that need open houses. And even though I'm trying not to do as many open houses, I'm finding myself doing them every Saturday and Sunday just because I have so many sellers and I'm trying to show them that I'm fully engaged in trying to find them a buyer in this difficult market. But if you want open house opportunities, and I'm getting people showing up, they're just not motivated to buy. So, but you got to, again, we're sorting through the haystack to find the needle. So let me know. Let Star know if you want to go to Porter. Velvet, you want to jump in?
Well, I was going to switch gears a little bit
Yeah.
to ask your thoughts or the group's thoughts and opinions on social media and AI. As people are becoming more adept at using AI, there's a lot more agents with material, and it's even like fake, like they can mimic your
Yes.
voice, they can mimic your face. And I'm like, is this a game even worth playing anymore? Like that it's going to be so inundated with this automated stuff that it just seems like it just clouds my brain. And I wanted to know your
Yeah.
thoughts
Yeah.
on that.
So I have a couple thoughts. They're not well educated thoughts, but I'm going to share them anyway, and then we'll make room for somebody who's got a more informed opinion. Um, in every technological development, there is a life cycle. And what you're seeing right now is the early adopter life cycle. These are agents who typically are fascinated by technology, and they always want to be on the cutting edge. These were the people buying DVDs when the rest of us were using cassette tapes. They were the first ones to have the 80-inch screen television in their home, and now they're doing AI. Most of them will not see a good return from that investment of energy and money, is my guess. Some of them will become wealthy from it. And what you've got to be careful is the ones who make a ton of money or want you to think they're making a ton of money are those who are going to try to sell you services, sell other real estate agents services, AI. They're going to start creating their own little teams to do that. I, as a general rule, I try not to be an early adopter because the expenses are high, the learning curve is high, and most of the technology initiatives you're seeing right now in AI are not going to have any longevity to them. They're going to be replaced by newer, better, faster. And I think it's better. And this is just kind of a business philosophy most businesses follow. They let the early adopters go out there knowing they may miss an opportunity to hit a home run, but knowing that 90% of them are going to flame out. And they'll wait till it gets to the next stage where the technology is maturing. And at that point, prices come down dramatically. The user friendliness increases dramatically, and the consumer acceptance is at a much higher level. So I'm not rushing to do AI in my business right now. Um, and again, I open it up for others who have an opinion about that. Take care, Liberty. Um, but I'm kind of waiting until we get to a more mature phase of the AI market. In the meantime, I'm having fun with it. I wrote a book and used AI to do all my illustrations. I'm using AI in my personal life a lot, but I'm not ready to do automated prospect calls, videos, auto responses on website leads. To me, it's just a little still early. But anybody else want to jump in? Feel free. Bob, you want to
Yeah,
tell us about your friend? Oh, who was that? Oh, Star, go ahead. And then,
I was
then Bob
just
will jump in.
no, I was just saying, I use AI to do my listing descriptions and my listing photos and
Yes.
my Instagram captions and how I put together my reels. I go straight to them.
Yeah. So tell us how you're using AI to do your photo captions.
Yeah, so I'm already talking to them about my listing description and I'm already talking to them about the address. So they remember it and I say, hey, I have 39 photos, give me 39 listing captions.
And so are you uploading your photos to Chat GPT and letting them write the captions? Is that how you're doing it?
No, it just kind of gives a general idea of what my listing is just based off of my listing description. And they can like Google or pull up the listing already that's on the MLS or the address. You know, you can pull up the address. So it'll pull up the address and it'll take the data from the address and and I'll just feed some extra stuff like some specs that that they missed or if it was an update, and then I'll make sure I add that in there when they giving me my captions back. Make sense?
So it can look at a photo and describe the contents of the photo in a compelling way.
It's not, I don't give it a photo because I don't pay for it. I don't pay for it. It's free. I just give them the listing, the address, and then I just tell them what the house have. And
So
then
who is they? Is this a website that you're using for AI?
no, it's the app, Chat GPT, the robot or whatever AI is. I just tell it what I want. And
Okay.
then it populates 39 photo descriptions for me. And then if it's not right, I'd be like, okay, you're missing this or add this. And then it'll give me some more. Make
Now,
sense?
is not quite to me. And again, this is fairly new to what you're doing. But this is going to help, I think, probably more than me. Um, are you, is Chat GPT somehow linked to your MLS account so that it's adding these?
No. MLS AI is linked to Google.
Okay. So when
And
you,
so
so you're just going to Google or you're going to Chat GPT. Let's say Chat GPT to make it simple. And you're typing in a new address, 123 Elm Street, and you're saying to Chat GPT, give me a listing description for this address and be sure to highlight the hen house and the pond in the backyard and the outdoor kitchen. And then it goes from there.
correct.
Okay. Well, see how easy that was? Um, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it today. And I'll see if it works for me. I'll report next week.
There's
But
also a feature on HAR that you type in like highlight the hen, right? Highlight the hen house. Anyway, you do that a little description for each photo, and then AI will you click a button and it'll make it pretty.
yeah,
Make the
yes, I do. I see that offered. That is a platinum feature, and I haven't sprung for the platinum membership yet. So, do you, Velvet? Do you use that? Because if you're getting value from it, I might take the plunge.
I do use it, and I held off on that platinum membership for for a very long time. I think I've had it only 2 years. The automated emails once a week is really why the first reason why I bought it. Then they took the bookmark leads away from us, and you get it with platinum. So that's the second reason. And then these photo descriptions are helpful. So I find limited value, but it's worth the 199 or whatever it is a year.
Yeah, and yeah, I know it's not expensive. I'm just super cheap. So,
Me
As am
too.
I. I understand.
Star, you were going to say something?
I said me too. I'm not platinum either. I
Okay.
like free stuff. Yeah.
So when I go into a restaurant, I'm just going to show you how cheap I am. I don't look at the menu to see what sounds like it would be good. I look for the cheapest thing on the menu. I'm like, how can I eat here for $10.99 instead of buying the $18, the $22 entree? I'm always, or what's the special today? You know,
I like that.
Unless someone else is buying.
oh, Bob, of course, then all bets are off. It's party time then.
But do you still have access to bookmark leads on the generic
No,
member?
no. Mm-mm.
I like that feature. I think that's valuable.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to check it out because I'm intrigued by the AI photo captions. Well, actually, yeah, I'm still doing that. I've got Michael doing all the other admin around my listings, but he's not writing photo captions for me.
We'll also write your property description.
Well, you know what? Michael is doing that for me, and I can tell it's AI. Because, I mean, they are beautiful, luscious property descriptions. And I know Michael's not sitting here coming up with all that out of his legal
And,
mind.
and you just copied the photo description that you had from an old listing and say you want it to sound like that, but with this address.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. It boggles my mind that it could take that limited information and write a good description. But I'm going to try it because I realize technology is going that way and they're getting better and better. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
it's
Well,
taking the places of humans. It's taking the places of people's jobs. Like um the person who handles your dollars, I forgot how you call them.
financial advisor.
Yes.
Yeah, if we can just all hang on a few more years, we're just going to get checks in the mail. None of us are going to have to work anymore. It's going to be awesome. I'm kidding,
Wake
of
up,
course.
Frank. Wake up.
I love working. I like this environment. So, anyways, I've got to scoot to my 10:15 and
Frank,
talk more.
quickly, can I say
Yeah.
I'm looking for 2 early bird tickets to EXPCon. So if you are bought them early and cannot go, I would love to take them off your hands. Or if you know someone in that position, I would
Okay.
like to.
And that's Miami in October.
Correct.
Okay.
Have you looked on Slack on our website? Because it's a lot of people saying that they selling the tickets or so you should look on that.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Good suggestion, Belinda. Thank you. Okay, guys, I really do got to run. Really appreciate y'all being here. I learn from you every week and look forward to this time together. Call me if I can help. I'm running.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.